Hey everybody, and we're back with another review. Today we're taking a look at the Transformers Studio Series Gamer Edition. This is Voyager Class Megatron. I got this figure from Amazon. They're in stock and shipping out now, along with Studio Series Gamer Edition Cliff Jumper. And they were also shipping out from Hasbro Pulse, but I do believe at the time of this recording, they are out of stock. We're starting off in the hover tank mode. Now, this is a much more accurate representation of how the tank looked in the War for Cybertron game. One little difference from the original deluxe toy is that the hover vents cannot fold down into place and become regular tank treads. So you're strictly stuck with this hover mode. In terms of accessories, you do see on top here, Megatron comes with a mace. I thought in the games, Megatron used a scythe, like a Energon scythe, but I could be wrong. I've never really played them. I just watched the trailers and the gameplay. In the packaging, it comes in two pieces. This is the end that goes into the mace. As you can see, this is a tapered uh, post, and there's a it matches up with the slot here, so there's really only one way for it to go in, and it is meant to peg into the top here. Um, in the vehicle mode. Other than that, there's not too much to the vehicle mode. Uh, I am a little disappointed that we didn't get the nice color change spring-loaded missile launcher, but I do understand that yes, that was basically an earlier design and not as accurate to uh, the game as it could have been. So I think let me just pop the camera up here and we can get right into the transformation. So basically, after you remove the mace, the next thing you want to do is remove the barrel, which will become Megatron's null ring. Now, uh, this is pretty much the only part of the instructions I think. Well, there's two that I don't think are as clear. When going to vehicle mode, you want to realize that oh, this is and it pegs in both from the front here into this section. Um, but also there's like a little notch here that goes underneath. But the big part here is the tabs right there that go into a slot where my finger is, and they actually go in between. So really what you want to do, and oh, and there's also a tab back here that goes into a slot in the leg. Once you have that kind of lined up, just give it a little press, and that will actually help secure the leg into place. Oh, and it went in rather easily that time, uh, just like that. So that's how it really should look like. But go ahead, separate the legs. Transformation is actually relatively easy, or I should say, separate the sides of the tank, and these will become the legs. Let's come around to this side. Um, Now, you can go ahead and straighten them out all the way. There's a little bit of friction there that will lock them into place. Now, they do get a little confusing with dealing with the feet. Really what you need to do is have this panel open a quarter of a way to allow yourself the clearance for the foot to fold out. Once that's done, there's actually a tab here that's going to go into a slot on the inside of the leg and peg in like that. Once that's done, go ahead and flip the foot out. Do it again on this side. Again, make sure you leave yourself the space for the foot to flip out. Try not to flip out, get the toe in the way because that will gum things up. And then you can just close up that panel, rotate the legs forward, and then come along to the side here and close up that panel, and then fold that up on top. Again, on this side, boom, boom. And that basically closes up the sides. Coming back up to the torso, uh, go ahead and unpeg this arm, what will be the arm, and that will swing out to the side and snap into place. You can then straighten it out and then fold over this panel. This is here, I guess, just for decoration. You can move it around and stuff. Come around the back here, and this arm, there's a little, there's a tab right under the bicep that clips into the section on the back, and there's a couple of tabs on the butt section that kind of support the figure. But what you want to do is lift it up first to remove it from that tab and slot section, and then bring it around to the side here, and you're good. While this section is up, rotate it around, and you're going to collapse it up on the back. There are some slots here that will tab in just like so. Hold that section in the back. And then finally, the chest panel will come up. There's a tab there and a slot that will hold it like that in vehicle mode, but bring it up this way, and you can close it up just like so. Finally, come into the sides, open up the panels, bring out the hands, bing, bang, boom. There you go. Grab the null ray, and you can go in just like that. In terms of the mace, you can have him hold it however you like. Double jointed elbows, will do a nice job. You also have, thanks to that panel on the back, some weapon storage. Now, in terms of gimmicks, there is a waist here. We saw the elbows. The knees are a bit of an issue. Let me show you. Bring the leg straight out. In terms of bending the knee, that's about as far as it can go. Now, I've been told that the knees have been misassembled. That tab was actually supposed to be flipped inward, and that's actually blocking the knee. But looking at the pictures on the box, Megatron is kind of shown standing like that. So I don't know if that's an assembly issue or an intentional bit of design. As I've said to some people, uh, I've never done to be a master yogi, so maybe he just doesn't have that range of movement. Another little gimmick that is not shown in the instructions is if you were to come here and grab the forearm and pull, the forearm comes off, giving you that connection port, as we've seen on other War for Cybertron Gamer Edition figures, that the weapons are compatible. And you can take the null ray, the fusion cannon. God, if I've been calling it a null ray the whole time, I should turn in my fan card. But you can plug it in like that, although I do not think Megatron used it that way in the game. And also, unfortunately, remember those tabs I was talking about? Well, they're not deep enough that they can just hold the forearm on its own. That's a little disappointing. So you don't have storage for that forearm. Just put it back on and reattach the null ray. All in all, I think Megatron's okay. I'm sure some of you have seen the photos where it has been shown that this figure is only maybe a quarter of an inch to half an inch taller than the original deluxe. Welcome to Transformers in 2023. Uh, the Barbie film made $1 billion. Any correlation? Who knows? Uh, but yeah, I mean, it is what it is. But you are getting a better engineered, well, I shouldn't say better engineered. You're getting a more game accurate figure uh, with a couple different accessories and an extra play pattern. Whether it's up, whether you want to update, that's up to you. Um, but I guess that's about it for that. How about we pause and come back with my final thoughts? Decided to bring in the backdrop like I've done before with this gamer edition figures, just for this final thought. Apparently, this is an attack on taken from an attack on a space station that Starscream was defending. Obviously, this must be from a point where Starscream before Starscream joined Megatron. Like I said, I think this is a fine figure. Whether or not you feel that you should update to this version of the character is up to you. Um, I'm glad I have it. You know, my original War for Cybertron Megatron is packed away somewhere. And yeah, that's really all I can say. Hopefully, these will start hitting retail soon if you don't want to buy online, if you're interested in the figure. But other than that, thanks for watching. As I always say, if you like this review, like, comment, and subscribe. It helps with the algorithms. Uh, if you want to make the ultimate sign of support, I do have a Patreon. It is www.patreon.com/chuckdog1999. All I ask for is $1 a month, $12 a year. No thrills, no tears, no special rewards. All you're doing is helping me help you bring figures like Megatron to you, as well as keeping up the infrastructure of the channel. But as I always say, if you can't afford the $1 a month, $12 a year, your views are more than thanks enough. Patreon is just the cherry on top of an already generous Sunday. So, once again, this is your old pal Chuck for War for Cybertron Megatron. We will see you next time.